Oh, there you go. Hey, check this out. Here's the situation. Say you out with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You know, you're at school, you at a club or something, getting busy. All right, you're just having fun. Somebody steps up to you and they tell you they want to rumble. All right, now just stop for a second. Before you lose your head, get all crazy and toss your hands up, just think. The person that uses their head can always defeat the person that's just trying to use their hands. Now remember that, because the more you know.
Pretty amazing what Will Smith can do when he's being paid to pretend that he's a decent human being, and that is the standard in Hollywood. But now we have Will Smith giving a fake apology after last night's situation at the Oscars with Chris Rock. And yes, it is a fake apology because it's coming from a Hollywood elite. Remember, these people are paid to pretend to be other people that they are not. That is how they are interesting in life, to pretend to be other people. So Will Smith has spent his entire career pretending to be a decent guy, pretending to be someone you could relate to. But in all reality, he's just another Hollywood nut job. And there is a real problem in Hollywood. And last night's Oscars helped to continue to prove us right. All of us here on YouTube that have called them out. But let's read Will Smith's fake apology so we can laugh at it all together. Now, what's funny is that the opening line, he really thinks anyone that's reading this is dumb. The opening line, violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. Yet, you literally walked up to another man last night in front of a live audience with millions of people watching and hit him in the face. But the moral superiority of Hollywood, they're here to tell us how these things are bad. And even when we do it, they're bad. And you're bad if you do it. But we're not terribly bad. We're just working on ourselves. My behavior last night at the Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job. But a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. You did react emotionally when you laughed at the joke, because we all saw you laugh at the joke, and then Jada gave you the look, and then everything else happened from there. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. These people are so detached from reality. I mean, why don't you go ahead and just fess up to being one of the people that attacked Jussie Smollett? Why don't you go ahead and do that? My God, man. And of course, it continues. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, and the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been otherwise a gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. Thank you, Will. We are so moved. We are so moved by your fake apology. I want to give a shout out to Price of Reason, who I'm reading this from Price of Reason's Twitter account. Go follow Price of Reason. Awesome account. In terms of this entire situation, again, I and many others have been talking about the Hollywood mindset, and Hollywood is not a good place, and it's not run by good people, and it's not populated by good people. It's populated by horrible people that live in a bubble, that think that everyone else in the world is terrible, and that you need to listen to them because they are the moral superiority. We have been talking about this over and over and over and over again. And all of their preaching and all of their projecting has finally caught up with them. And that's why the Oscars are losing viewers every single year in the millions. Now, I understand the argument that some people are saying, oh, this was staged to get some traction and it's working for them. I get what you're saying. This is not a good look for Hollywood. It's not a good look for the Academy. It's not a good look for anyone involved, with the exception of maybe Chris Rock. But that's it. Everyone else looks really, really bad. The Academy, always preaching about love, peace, and happiness, allowed one of their biggest stars to stand up from the front row, walk up to a comedian and hit him in the face, turn around, sit back down, and allowed him to then scream profanities at that comedian. And then, shortly after, they handed the man who assaulted the comedian an award. And they gave him a standing ovation. And they hugged him. And they cheered for him. And they celebrated him. And then you see him at after parties dancing and singing, being celebrated and heralded as the hero. None of this is good for Hollywood. All this does is confirms every single thing that we have been saying over and over and over again about these elites. They are completely detached from reality. They hate your guts, and they do not take you seriously. And this apology just proves that. It just continues to prove how stupid they think everyone else is and how elite they believe they are. This was not a good look for them, and I am happy to see it happen like this. I'm thrilled. I'm loving every second of it. I have no sympathy for people in Hollywood. I have no sympathy for the elites. I have no sympathy for you when you constantly talk down to people. And with this video ending, I'm going to leave you with a clip from Dave Chappelle that I've played a few times, but I think that it's something that continues to need to get traction on top of traction, because this is something Dave Chappelle said years and years ago on Inside the Actor Studio. And this is the problem with Hollywood right here. In terms of Hollywood, I don't need you to like me. I don't want you to like me. Your job is to entertain me. Your job is to shut the fuck up and entertain me. And if you don't entertain me, I'm going to criticize the fuck out of you. I don't need to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to know your opinions. Your opinions are useless to me. Your job is to shut the fuck up and entertain me. End of discussion. I leave you with Dave Chappelle.
And, you know, when we did Blue Streak, we were promoting it, and Martin had a stroke. He almost died. And then after that, I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, Martin, are you okay? And he said, I got the best sleep I ever got in my life. That's how tough he is. So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.